So here's my little test plot. We got 10 hybrids out here. So this is a hybrid test plot. You've probably seen these when you drive by a farm and there's a ton of signs out there. And that's each company is representing their hybrid. We're not next to a highway, so we don't bother with the big fancy signs. Of old piece of wood lath works just fine. So like I said, this is a hybrid test plot. We used to do a lot of test plots like this. My Pioneer dealer worked very hard at working with us through DuPont Pioneer to do population studies and other things like that. So at each lath, instead of each lath being a different hybrid, it'd be the same hybrid at a different population, and then we'd do that across 4 different hybrids at 4 different populations. And after several years, we kind of come to the conclusion that there's a zone. For us, it was between that 29 and 30 to 34 and 36,000 plants to the acre. If you're within that zone, was consistently the best yield and best return on investment. Kind of where all that paths met was in that range across all them hybrids and stuff. But here, just a simple hybrid. We got several different companies out here. There's a couple out here from Pioneer that will be new to next year, so it's fun to get some seed from the company that they want to see us do good out here. And so, hey, here's a couple hybrids that are brand new, and we'll be releasing them next year to your area. And they might have worked in another area, so they have some history, or they're just flat out brand new to any market, or they're for our market specifically. And so it's kind of fun to see. Maybe, most of the time they do very well, but once in a while, not always. But yeah, it's kind of fun to see too. Then you can look with the yield map. So we have the weigh wagon on this end. You combine the strip, you come back and dump it, and so the weigh wagon wins. Whoever gets the most out of their little strip wins, of course. But the yield monitor is nice because over this rise on the back side is a little bit of a valley or a channel where it can get a little tough sometimes in a wet year, and on a dry year, the top of this hill can get a little dry. And so it's fun to see on the yield monitor. Yep, he might have won, but this guy held in very well through the dry spot, or that guy held in very well through the wet spot. So we might want this guy that he didn't win the test plot, but he won our approval because he held on where it was droughty or wet or whatever. And then you find the fields that fit his strong suits. And so it's just a lot of research and data. There's a neighbor down to the south of us that does test plots like this, but there'll be nitrogen test plots. So he'll have 0, 25, 50, 75, 100, 150, 200% applied nitrogen. And then he'll see how that reacts throughout the year. At what point did you stop getting a return on investment and things like that, or P&K or sulfur in soybeans. There's a million of these little test plots all around the county and the country that farmers are doing a lot of their own research above and beyond what the universities and the dealers are doing. And so, well, that's kind of the gist of a test plot, and it's looking really good. I love it. Right now there's no clear winner, which is nice to see. There have been years where you're like, okay, this one just from day one, this hybrid is just not making it. And so, yeah, but no, it looks really good considering, well over a foot of rain in the last month. It's got nice color and coming along, and yeah, we'll keep checking on him throughout the summer.